So welcome you again to the weekend show. And like we do it every morning or every Saturday, we pick out something that affects our daily lives to look at it and help us to make better decisions as individuals and members of the society.
And something happened within the week, and it's called the International Day of Mathematics. Yeah, I don't want to generalize, but most of us know that while we were in school, it wasn't really our best. I'm not saying me per se because I feel no mass, like.
You feel?
I'm just trying to say majority.
Yeah.
Now, was it how the mathematics was being taught? Was it the teacher? What was the problem? Then we also get to find out some people who say, this particular math that I learned in school, for instance, what's it called? Simultaneous equations. See, I've never met it anywhere in my life. It was totally useless in the history of my education. So these are things we want to know. So in as much as the celebration was yesterday, we decided it's more of a weekend talk because people see mathematics as a serious talk. So we want to bring it into the little bit chat zone. What do you think, David?
Yes, it's very, very important because for me, when I wanted to write work in SS2, I discovered I had lost the foundation of mathematics. So I went back to, in SS3 actually, but the realization came to me in SS2. I went back to my JSS1 textbook and got all the textbooks from JSS1 to SS3 and started tracing back. That was even why
I think my
I was able
case
to
was
manage
different. I think my case was different.
work. If not, it could have been a catastrophe.
I think my case was different. My dad is an accountant, so you can fail everything, don't fail maths. But you know the funny thing, I found out that I was just, like you just a who maybe say, this man no beats you.
That is what I said to you. My dad was also good in mathematics. For my dad then, if you bring back your results and your maths or physics for people in SS is not A, you're wasting your time in school. Okay. But for me, I was passing, I was coming first in class. But I knew that maths would not take me to WAEC. So I had to go back. But these are the conversations we always have. Some, like Lucy said, some will say, why is even these things necessary? Why is quadratic equation? All those suffer person will suffer. I say obtuse angles, say bearing. Why is it necessary? And that is why we are starting off on that note this morning as the global community celebrates International Mathematics Day, and we begin to ask these questions. We have someone who is a mathematician, also a teacher, because it behoves on them to impact this knowledge. For some of us in schools, mathematics teachers are people you wouldn't want to be in the same environment with. So what are those things that cause people to run away from mathematics? That will be our discussion this morning. So we have Mr. Silvanus Ojo Ayebusi. Good morning and welcome to the studio.
All right, thank you very much. It is a very great honor to be here this morning.
All right. I want to throw the question immediately.
David, I want to go to the foundation. Sorry.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes,
I don't
yes.
want to cut you short. Your question will still come. But I just want to show you. I just want to ask the Nigerian street way. Okay. Like you look yourself finish, you can't be mass. Like how come?
Why mass?
Like why mass? Was it Jam did this to me, mass, or I picked this myself?
All right. That is very good. It's a very nice question. You know, one thing about mathematics, as we all know, mathematics is the language of the world. And mathematics is just one concept that actually builds every other concept.
Okay.
You understand? Even in science and technology, you cannot do without mathematics. Not even only that, even in our real life, activities. It takes mathematics for you to cross the road. You understand? But when you look at mathematics, mathematics is a subject of interest.
Okay.
We found out that there are so many students, even today, they run away from mathematics and run towards other subjects. But what we encourage them is that the same knowledge you need for biology, the same knowledge you need for civic education, the same knowledge you need for social study, basic science, is the same knowledge you need for mathematics.
Please explain, because some people would say,
let
me give you an instance.
Okay.
If you come into your capital city where you're teaching now and say, maths is no longer a WAEC exam, don't be surprised. And the number of people that will no longer come to maths classes.
Exactly.
So I want you to do this, practicalize it for us. When you say that you need maths to cross the road, and for some people that will say, nah, since we finished secondary school, can you quadratic equation?
Yeah.
Or engineer calculate ego.
Do you understand?
Can you help us
Igbo?
practicalize?
Sorry, do you
Yes.
understand?
Sorry, I actually forgot. Can you help us
No,
practicalize how maths comes into my daily lives? Help me to understand other subjects.
Yes, mathematics is something that has to do with the mind.
Okay.
You understand? You find out that at times, along the road, some people fall victim of accidents. Not really by reason of maybe loss of brake by maybe the driver, or maybe reckless driving by the driver, or any other thing. But you find out that some people don't calculate distance and time. If you want to cross express, it is expected of you to calculate distance and time. At times you look at a car coming to you, the car is still very far. You understand? But in no distant time,
And speed.
because of the speed, the car has approached even your own limit. And the next thing you will just hear is what? Gaga, and accident occur. Now, for people that understand such kinds of resultants, they will take their time and calculate what it takes them to cross the road. You understand? And what it takes the car to approach their limit. So, but you see, people have this mindset, preconceptual knowledge that they develop even in their early age, which is negative early experience about mathematics. Some people have been told, what are you learning mathematics for? Are you not going to school to study medicine? But they've forgotten that mathematics is the bedrock of every other subject. It's the backbone of every other subject. I wonder how, a student who is going to university to study pharmacy will tell me that the place of mathematics is of no relevance. We found out that these are the people that will graduate and start prescribing nonsense for people, and they are killing
now,
people.
let's even leave people going for pharmacy. Somebody going for what's it called? Law. Going for mass communication. It's true that at times we don't discover those early where we're going to.
Exactly.
But for someone who is growing up and we notice that this person is not mass inclined, why force that person to continue to do mass? Why is it necessary that mass continues in a child's education up to senior secondary?
Of course, it is very, very important to learn maths to any level. You made mention of law. You understand? Now, as a law graduate or as a student of law, the place of mathematics will help you more. Because part of what they deal with is logic. And the concept of logic in mathematics will help you a lot. Otherwise, you will go to the court of law and disgrace yourself and your client, because your fellow colleague can easily, throw you off balance along the way when you cannot employ the concept of logic. And for you to employ the concept of logic, it is expected that that concept, has been taught before you enter university, even before you graduate. As you apply it in your profession, it will help you. You understand? When we talk about logic, we are talking about critical, thinking. We are talking about logical reasoning. You understand? When you are comparing maybe cases, you understand? Maybe cases that involve maybe 2-3 people, and you are trying to prepare a table, truth table. You understand? To know, is it maybe probably this person, something got missing, and you are trying to detect, to find out who actually took the thing and everything. And you see, everybody is only trying to excuse, maybe him or herself from that particular, scenario and everything. You can easily draw a truth table. And this is what will help you as a lawyer in the court of law. So when you draw a truth table, now you are drawing a truth table, on a neutral ground. You You are not favoring anybody, and you are not trying to, maybe to deny anybody. You prepare a truth table like true, 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 false, false, true, false, true, true, false, false, false. Every other thing you find out.
Based on the
but now,
probabilities there.
yes, and when you compare, the disjoints and the conjoints and everything, the implication, and by the time you come up with all this, now you find out that you can easily trace where the thing is, because with time you see two people that will start facing themselves. When I took it, I gave you. This one will say that I gave it to the other person. The other person will say, I dropped it on the table, but I didn't know the time he took it. All those kind of things. Now you arrive at your conclusion. You understand? Yeah. So this will help a lot. But when we look at mathematics, mathematics is a subject that every student is expected to develop interest in. Yeah, we have actually said something about what causes, phobia. Because that's our major...
Yes.
We want to look at some of these. Okay.
That was what I wanted to ask you now. I asked you in the start.
Yeah.
Why mathematics? Even though you didn't answer me.
Yeah.
You did not answer
Okay.
me. Why mathematics? Why I asked why mathematics is growing up, when you see children, you get to see, oh, I want to be a doctor, oh, I want to be a lawyer. Yeah. So if you were to be a lawyer or a doctor, I won't ask you why law, because it's normal to see people, but it's not really that normal in our society to see a child that wants to be a mathematician, which is why sometimes you get to see JAMB give me. It's engineering, it's JAMB that gave me maths, because JAMB knows that somebody has to be the mathematician there. So you, as you don't see yourself, join them, be my mathematician. So what I want to know now, where is the problem from? Is it from the teacher that started the foundation class? Or is it that there are some people that naturally their brain cannot carry calculation? Do we have people like that naturally, no matter the method, or is it the method of teaching? I just want to know, where can it go wrong so that parents will know where to start shaping their children in mathematics?
All right, thank you very much. Ordinarily when we talk about mathematics, phobia, it's just like an emotional reaction. Okay. You understand? That causes stress, fear, and avoidance of what? Mathematics-related task. You see people, the moment they hear anything that has to do with number, they will tell you that
this man
I'm not doing. And there is no how you can run away from all this. And looking at it, these things start, in early childhood. It starts in early childhood into adulthood.
So what
that is why you see some people that will tell their children that I will have been a mathematician now, but when I was in secondary school, I used to run away from mathematics class. Now let us look at some of the signs before we consider the causes. Okay. Now, some of the signs of mathematics phobia. One is nervousness or panic when dealing with what? Number. There are some people. I asked an elderly person about a few weeks ago, 3 multiplied by 3. He said 6. I said, calm down. I said, calm down. 3 multiplied by 3. He's telling you that 3 in 3 places. Do it like that. And he did it and told me that, okay, 3. He said 9. I said, simple. I said, why did you say 6 initially? He said, because I thought 3 and 3. And I said, 3 plus 3 is different from 3 multiplied by 3. And that is where the need for mathematical operation is needed. We need to teach our students the understanding of mathematical operation. We have
when you say mathematics operation, what are you referring to?
Yes, I'm talking about the 4 fundamental mathematical operations. Okay. And these 4 fundamental mathematics operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So it is expected of each student to know the application and the use of all these signs.
To go back to what you read. It was very, very interesting. Like science,
yes,
to show that a child can we narrow it down to children? Signs to show that this person has a phobia for mathematics. Then we'll talk about the factors because of time.
Yes, exactly. You know where these signs comes to play? A child will tell you that there is no need for studying maybe fraction. If that child don't know the need for it, when the concept of division is not taught, it is division that will help a child on fraction. A child who does not know how to divide will find the concept of fraction difficult, you understand, to solve. And that is why at times, when you ask a child to take maybe probably improper fraction to miss fraction, the child finds it difficult because the child don't know how to divide. To find a certain number of times a particular number can go in another number to know what is remaining. You understand? So, just like I've mentioned, nervousness, not even only that, some people just have this mindset, avoidance of mathematical related activities. Anything that has to do with mathematics, some people run away completely from it. And so there is this negative self-talk.
Okay.
I am not a math person. Have you not seen people saying that? No. I'm not a math person. In fact, a student has told me before that I just hate math. Even they told me at home that that mathematics is of no use to me. So as a result of that, all my sisters, they don't like maths. And as a result of that, I don't see any reason for me
to be good in maths,
learning mathematics or taking mathematics serious in the school. So we have all this.
So
I am not a math person. Now, the causes. One, I said it earlier, negative early experience. You know, whatever a child is maybe introduced to early, that is what the child will build on. When you see a child saying, I don't like math, I'm not a math person, I will never understand mathematics because they told me nobody understands mathematics in our family. The child will carry the mindset. It becomes a preconception knowledge for that child. The child will carry that knowledge to school. So even when mathematics teacher is saying something, the child will not even bother listening to the teacher. And when you see something like that, you find out that, and this negative, early experience affects, children a lot. For example, now, imagine a child who is repeatedly told they are wrong when they are answering simple arithmetic problems. May start maybe dreading mathematics, lessons.
Sorry, let me just take you back. What should I tell my child if I'm taking it through an assignment and he's not getting the answers? What should I tell him? What's the best approach to help the person get encouraged?
When a child is not getting something right, now the best thing is to study the child to know why the child is getting it wrong. Okay. Even those people that teach English, you find out that when you are trying to tell a child, maybe you are trying to teach a child how to read, and the same child that actually look at the word maybe B-I-G and call it big, the same child will look at another word S-I-T and look at it and say sat. And you look at it that now, by calling it SAT, does that mean that maybe you start telling the child that your head is empty, you don't know anything, this and that? You have to take the child back to the word pig. That what sound did you use
for I?
For I. It's the same sound you use for that. So when you see something like that in mathematics, you have to exercise patience with the child. You understand? With time, that is what we call developmental learning. You understand? Because if you start dealing with the child, maybe approaching the child with maybe this feeling of the child maybe start having this feeling of fear or intimidation, and a family told me some times ago, the husband and wife, they even at a point they hated one of their children, a girl. They said that you are the only person in this family that doesn't know anything in mathematics. Today, after we met, we solved the problem and that sort of thing. Today, there is no, and they push the girl to art class. Today, nobody in the whole of the family knows mathematics like that.
So
you see like that.
Because of time.
So,
Can we narrow it down to solutions?
okay.
So we don't really have to leave this conversation hanging when we're done.
Okay.
Solution. What are the solutions?
Okay. Now, number one solution is to change the mindset.
Okay.
You understand? Number one solution is to change the mindset. What do I mean by that? You know, many students believe that they are either good or bad at maths. But research actually shows that what? Effort and practice improve skills. Effort and practice improves what? Skill. So when you see a child, for instance, a child that came from home and said as in our family, nobody knows mathematics. You have to change that mindset. Because if that child grows up with that particular mindset, it, you know, it will affect, you know, the generation of that child to come, because it will become a transferable thing, you understand, trend in the family. And not only that, we have to make mathematics fun and reliable. You understand? How do we make it fun? You know, using mathematical, you know, game, you know, apps and some other things. You know, we have some math games, you understand, that can actually encourage what? Children to learn. You know, for instance, when you introduce a child to quiz, you understand, you see that child will be playing with the quiz like game. You understand? When the child answers a particular question, you know, the child will be applauded, you understand? And the child, you know, that reinforcement will make the child to be very, very...
To try the next one.
So to arouse the interest of the child, and the child will like to what? Answer the next question, you understand? And from there you see the child, and also we need to encourage positive learning environments. What do I mean by encouraging learning positive environment? Is that when the environment is conducive for a child to learn, the child will take all the time to learn. For instance, a teacher who is always harsh, you understand?
Yeah, math teachers.
I don't know if you are also found in that.
No.
Okay. I will ask your students.
So, and also the use of what? Visuals, you understand? And hands-on activities. That is hands-on learning activities. What do I mean by that? Is to make what? Mathematics more what? More concrete than abstract.
Okay.
You understand? We need to make mathematics more what? Concrete than what? Abstract. So, because when mathematics become concrete, that, you know, students can lay hands to do some things. And for instance, now you want to teach fractions, and you find out that a child has not, you know, maybe getting what you are saying now, you can bring up an object. You understand? Maybe, for instance, you just take maybe an apple, and maybe you have been saying 1/2, and the child is looking at you. Where is 1/2 coming from? You can just pick an apple and ask that child, how many apples am I holding? 1. Okay. Now cut it. And you ask the child, like, this is 1, this is another. You understand? Now you have actually what? The one you cut here, you ask the child, is it complete again? The child will tell you no. Is this one complete? No. And now you now have 2 of them. Now you tell the child that when you bring 1 and put it over the 2 of them, it becomes half. That is 1. And then you build confidence through what? Through small successes. You know, at times when a child actually probably in the class, you understand, did well, there is need for reinforcement. You understand? You need to encourage, you know, successes than just appraising maybe good mark or other things like that. You understand? You know, some people, they believe in this memorization and all these things. It doesn't help child at all. Understanding is better than memorization, because when a child puts something, you know, memorize it, and you ask the child to come and put it down, and the child comes.
Sorry, because of time, we have less than 30 seconds to go.
All right.
I'll have to ask this question,
Okay.
and I want you to answer it as fast as possible.
Okay.
I had a teacher who, when you fail one question in maths, is equal to 2 canes. So I want to ask, does carrot and stick or too much stick help one to learn mathematics?
No. Doesn't help. Doesn't help at all. Doesn't help. Because if we continue with that trend, then definitely we continue to discourage students from learning.
Okay.
Understand? I was told about 2 weeks ago. I have some of these students in US that I teach online.
Okay.
And they told me that one of them said that she just feel like killing herself because of her grade in mathematics. And I said, I know it has not gotten to that, that level. That there is need to follow that child psychologically. That is why the place of psychologist is very important in teaching, because you don't bring your anger to the class. A child has missed something. It is not in the interest of that child to miss it.
Yes, thank you very much. I want to end with that statement. You don't bring your anger to class, as a math teacher especially. Thank you very much, Silvanus Ojo Ayebusi, for joining us on the program this morning.
You've heard it all. Now we'll move over to our breakfast news desk for the breakfast news this morning.